again. So now that the mold is more or less finished, it's not particularly nice looking. It's just something that will not show too much under the scrutiny. Well, it's not the best, but it's not the worst in my opinion. Most important for me is that this bit is still left with original, so I can put more or less the same as the leech card has, same kind of spiny thing. So here we have a frame of Necron warriors. So generally they have the same legs as all the Necrons, and we're going to use them as more or less a guideline how tall should the legs be. I would like to use this kind of legs before we take a piece of wire. Any piece of wire, this is actually a cable tightener from an old piece of electronic, nothing very fancy. And here's our trusty old green stuff. It's trusty as I don't like it, and it's still old, not getting younger. So generally what I tend to do is to put the leg like this, bend it to proper positions. Then we need something to be like a spine, so we'll just twist it. Here's some of my old hobby pliers. They are not the great, they will suffice. So here's one part, bend at the knee, make the foot. Yep, one piece is done. Now we make another one, bend on the knee. I think this is where the foot will be. Now, once we have the measurements approximately, we just cut. This is, I think, a very thin wire. I'm not sure how long it is. You can buy one quite cheaply at a local hobby store, which someday I will put a link to the. So here's the basis, the skeleton. So this is what we're gonna work with. This one will leave for arms, or we'll also use some old leftover arms, which I would exactly prefer. And now the most important is not to use too much green stuff. This is an old hobby knife. I got a small amount, precisely similar amount from the yellow. Now see, it's already resisting. Here's my old Citadel jug, dipping the hand and making sure it's nice and green, because blue will make a green color. Adding a little bit water helps. First of all, this stuff doesn't stick to your fingers. It's very nice that it doesn't do that. So the spine is the easiest part, so we just make something over, I don't know how it's called, the shape, cylinder shape. It's still not properly molded. Still you can see the yellow coming out of the blue, but so this kind of cylinder shape. Now we digress it a little bit, lower it bit by bit. Round shapes are extremely easy to do. But then again, the melee put gives us a little bit more freedom. So now, see that this spine is kind of this T shape. So just squeeze what we need. It doesn't need to be perfect. Later on we'll cover it with some artificial skin, so it will not look so... Wait, again, it's sticking to the knife, which is expected from this kind of material. One of my friends advises to use some alcohol, but I find it actually not working better than the water. So here's the basis, and now the sections, just put the knife from left to right, little up and down movement, and then again another place. It's very simple. And another place. So you get a shape like this, nothing too fancy. The beauty of the hobby knife is that it just will cut more or less into shape. Even if we have this wire, it will just scratch it enough for us to see nice trace. What I've noticed is that humans as a species tend to be very visually color orientated, so some small imperfections can be fixed quite easily, just proper paint jobs. However, some things just cannot be fixed later on. Again, gluing. Okay, so that's that for the spinal section. Still got to correct here. So that's it. We leave it to dry. And now we have the front section. So here the green stuff is more or less as hard as it can be. So I take my trusty Swiss Army knife, which I use as a multi-tool for hobby stuff. Quite nice file on the bigger ones, and just delicately grind or file the imperfections which we don't like. It's nice to use this side, which is blunt. Just slowly. Doesn't need to be perfect. So here, same story. It's quite easy with a sharp file, but there's a small problem that later on it tends to cut for things. So we have to be quite careful. There's always a contest between speed and accuracy here. Just a little bit filing on the torso. Still it's soft. It's why I don't like green stuff with violet. It's not very resistant and tends to lose its shape after some small pressures of my So we have to reinstate the ribs. As I said, the green stuff tends to be moldable even after it should be hard. I heard brown stuff is better, but I have never experienced it, and it's not so easily available as green stuff. So I'll stick with the green stuff because I still have a supply. I'm gonna carve the cartouche a little bit deeper. Now a little bit edged. Can even cut it. See, it has this rubbery consistency. This is exactly why I don't like it. And that's about it. Some water dipping will help it to remove the excess green stuff. And still this part is not fully molded. So this is what I'm saying about patience with green stuff. It's actually a penance for me. On one hand, I don't want to lose the material too much. On the other one, I don't want to stop since my hands are already dirty. So again, a piece of green stuff and a bit of yellow stuff, similar size. Cut. Done. Mix. So now we'll probably aim for the loins. We'll see what will happen. This green stuff is extremely annoying to me. I can see that there is not enough yellow stuff. Here we have some leftover green stuff with much more yellow stuff left over. So again, as far as I know, the yellow part of this green stuff is the hardener. So this one kind of makes it hard. Okay. Some sculptures actually don't like the green stuff because it's really quite short time to harden. So now we have finished this part. Now we're gonna wait for the tides, I think, this part. So we'll try to make a small ball. We'll cut it in half. And just easily, delicately attach it to the frame. And again, the other part. Again, sticking to the stuff which it shouldn't stick to. Again. Okay, time to correct this. See, this one, the second batch is a little bit more yellowy. Hopefully that means it's harder. Hopefully, yeah. It's not really necessary for it to be harder. That's the first part. I think from the amount I made, we're gonna have the whole legs, so that means I have to hurry up and make it. Here's more or less the size which we desire. So again, mold it on top. Oh, it's a little bit too much actually. So we're gonna cut it. Subtract so much. Actually, Necrons are the nicest ones to make from green stuff, especially Flayed Ones. Flayed Ones have a very nice thing to them that you just cover it with gore. It looks quite nice, even though you made a crappy job. So, yeah. Necrons. Here's another one. And of course, here's why I don't like doing stuff, it just molds off. I have reshaped with my fingers accidentally, so shaping was bad. Here we go. And here's another part we need to do. Twist off water. And again, on top of that, it's important to know where the knees are. How do you plan them? Just consistency. Consistency is the key. Yeah, it's just like this. Bit of green stuff, bit by bit. And again,